Endowment fund management. How it secures the future of tinnitus research. As interest in supporting tinnitus research grows, potential donors frequently seek clarification about how endowments function and how they can maximize their impact. The following questions address common concerns about establishing and managing tinnitus research endowments, providing practical guidance for those considering this powerful form of philanthropic support. What is the minimum amount needed to start a research endowment? While minimum requirements vary by institution, most established research organizations require at least $100,000 to $250,000 to create a named endowment fund that can generate meaningful annual research support. At the standard 4 to 5% distribution rate, this creates $4,000 to $12,000 in annual research funding. For donors unable to meet these thresholds immediately, many organizations offer build-a-fund options, allowing contributors to reach minimum levels over multiple years while beginning to support research right away. Donors should note that larger endowments, $1 million plus, typically create more significant impact by supporting comprehensive research programs rather than individual projects. These larger funds can sustain dedicated research positions, specialized equipment acquisition, or multi-year clinical trials that smaller endowments cannot support independently. Can donors specify which types of tinnitus research their endowment supports? Yes, donors can designate specific research areas their endowment will support. Though most institutions recommend balancing specificity with flexibility to maximize long-term impact. Common designations include support for particular research approaches, such as neuromodulation, pharmaceutical interventions, or sound therapies. Specific tinnitus subtypes, or distinct phases of the research pipeline, from basic science to clinical trials. The most effective endowment agreements include provisions that allow adaptation as scientific understanding evolves while honoring the donor's core intent, ensuring the fund remains relevant even as research directions shift over decades. How are endowment funds protected from market downturns? Well-managed tinnitus research endowments employ several strategies to protect research funding during market volatility. Most use smoothing policies that base annual distributions on average endowment values over multiple years, typically 12 to 20 quarters, rather than current market values, preventing dramatic funding fluctuations during downturns. Many also maintain reserve funds that can supplement distributions during extended market weakness, ensuring critical research continues uninterrupted. Additionally, sophisticated portfolio construction featuring diversification across asset classes, geographies, and investment styles helps minimize the impact of market corrections while positioning the endowment to recover value when markets rebound. What percentage of an endowment typically goes to actual research versus administrative costs? In well-managed tinnitus research endowments, typically 80 to 90% of annual distributions support direct research activities, with the remainder covering essential administration costs like scientific review, grant management, and compliance oversight. These proportions vary based on endowment size, with larger funds generally achieving greater efficiency through economies of scale. Organizations like the American Tinnitus Association, which recently earned a 4-star Charity Navigator rating, maintain particularly high efficiency ratios, directing approximately 85 cents of every dollar to research and patient support programs. Prospective donors should review organizations' financial statements and independent ratings when evaluating potential endowment partners. The most transparent institutions provide detailed breakdowns of how endowment distributions are allocated and maintain clear separation between research funding and general operations support. How can smaller donors contribute to tinnitus research endowments? Donors with more limited resources can still make meaningful contributions to tinnitus research through several accessible pathways. Many organizations maintain collective research endowments that pool smaller contributions to reach the scale needed for significant impact. These pooled funds often allow donors to designate gifts of any size towards specific research priorities while benefiting from professional management and scientific oversight. The American Tinnitus Association offers a research-designated fund that operates on endowment principles while accepting contributions starting at just $50. Another effective approach involves contributing to existing endowments through matching gift campaigns, like Brian Fargo's $1 million challenge that doubles the impact of each contribution. These campaigns leverage larger gifts to multiply the effect of smaller donations while creating immediate research support. Additionally, planned giving options like bequests, Charitable gift annuities and retirement plan designations allow donors to make future endowment contributions that may exceed what they could give during their lifetimes. For those unable to make financial contributions, participating in research studies, raising awareness about tinnitus, and advocating for increased public research funding all represent valuable ways to advance the field. Every contribution, regardless of size, helps build momentum toward effective treatments and potential cures for the millions suffering from tinnitus worldwide.